You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, you guys know I just wasn't overly high on Shedeur Sanders as a quarterback prospect in the National Football League draft, but I will be the first to tell you, did I have him higher than Dylan Gabriel and Jalen Milroe? Yeah, I did. All right. Now, I will say this. Jalen's got some elite traits. That dude's got an absolute cannon attached to his shoulder, and he's fast as hell. I mean, I think he ran a 4.38 at one point. There are some Jalen Hurts tendencies there. And in case you did not realize this, Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1. All right? You guys know I love Jalen Hurts. Nobody ever talks about he's really the dual threat quarterback that's actually done it. I mean, you know, everybody's talking Lamar. Jalen's the one that's got now pelts on the wall, not MVPs. He got a Super Bowl trophy and been to another one. But nonetheless, here we are. We got 2 pieces of video, both involving Shedeur Sanders. One of them is a prank call. I don't know how this happened because evidently this was a number that a phone that Shedeur got that nobody's got the number to except NFL personnel. And he got prank called. Okay, and the other one is Deion Sanders and Shedeur having a conversation about not having been drafted. And I got to tell you, and this is sort of part of the problem. I don't have any problem with the fact that they're talking about God and you know, their faith. My problem is the lack of self-awareness to understand why you haven't been drafted yet. All right? And look, Deion is very culpable in this. He's got responsibility in how this has turned out because he treated one of the big differences, and I don't love how Archie and Eli did it back in the day either. I never loved that. But social media wasn't around, so the backlash wasn't there. The fact is, Deion thought Shedeur was a top 1 or 2 player in the entire draft, and he treated his son and pushed his son to act like that kind of prospect. Well, you didn't throw at the combine. You clearly should have now. All right? You chose not to meet with every NFL team that wanted to meet with you. And you vocally said, we're not going to meet with everybody. You should have now. You did not treat these interactions with NFL personnel, coaches, etc., with the respect of a job interview. You clearly should have. And the league is telling you, no, we don't get down with that bullshit. This is a job, and you need to treat it with the respect because there's only so many jobs available like this. Check this out. This is the prank.
Trey. Hold on. Here we go. How are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Ready to go!
Nah, for sure.
Why don't you get up and stand right here?
They say legendary.
Ready to go!
What does that mean?
What? What did he say?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone?
You heard that?
So you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Sorry about that.
I don't know what that was. It's 50-50. But nobody got this number though.
You don't have that number.
Nobody. It's a private number.
What the fuck was that? What is that?
Nah, nobody has his number though.
So I'm just wondering, at some point, are they going to claim that people in the NFL actually tried to prank call him? Now, in case you haven't noticed, and by the time I get this out, I will probably have already put out a video over on Black and White Sports about some ignorant comments that Stephen A. Smith made. Check this out.
Yeah, this is.
So funny. It's funny when he's lost for words because
I know what's going on.
but it's funny because he never comes to that conclusion.
No,
he never does.
No,
He gonna be the last one to ever say
I
that.
like to have hope, and I like to trust God. Dang, God ain't this.
This ain't God.
This
the devil.
This
It wasn't cute after 21. That was the final straw. But you can explain. This is just unexplainable now.
This to the point now where you like, hey man, all right, y'all gotta stop. Man. It's too hot.
Okay. You see the first comment under this. The self-entitlement is hysterical. I'm glad the Giants drafted Dart. Better stats anyway. You guys know I had Dart ranked ahead. I had Cam Moore ranked ahead. I had Tyler Shuck ranked ahead. All three of those quarterbacks are gone. All right, let me show you something here. Let me see if I still got it pulled up. I do. This is the Raiders. Now, the Raiders were thought to be a potential destination. All right, 3, 4, 5. No Shedeur. This is the Browns. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No Shedeur. Took Dylan Gabriel. Saints. Right here, 4 picks. Tyler Shuck was the second pick they took, quarterback out of Louisville. Seahawks. 1, 2, 3, and with the 4th pick, they took Jalen Milroe. This tells you a lot about what you need to know. And I said this is not collusion, but this is the NFL talent evaluator saying you need to respect the process that's in place. And we're showing you, if you do not, there are repercussions. These are billion-dollar franchises. They need to be respected as such. End of story. This is not a race thing. Cam Ward, number 1 overall pick. Last year, Caleb Williams, number 1 overall pick. Jaden Daniels was second. Both guys were black. Jalen Milroe, he's a black dude. He drafted in the 3rd round of the Seattle Seahawks. Do I expect Shedeur to be drafted today? Yeah. I highly suspect the Steelers are going to end up drafting him. I don't know what pick that's going to be, but it became clear something happened with the sports books yesterday, and now the sports books, the guys, by the way, there's been a story that's come out that said that the sports books have been much, much more accurate at predicting these draft picks than the mock drafters have been and the NFL analyst. So that makes these mock drafters and everything look even worse. I mean, Mel Kiper, I don't know how he looks any worse than this. And of course, all the race baiters at ESPN, they're looking god awful too. But the point is, man, I got to tell you, when all day yesterday until about 2.5 hours before the draft, Shedeur was predicted by the sports books, FanDuel, to be the first quarterback off the board to the Browns. First player off the board in the 2nd round to the Browns. 2.5 hours before, clearly the sports books got a tip. He's not going to the Browns. And then they changed the and even after that, even after he became second, moved back in the betting odds, the Browns were still the first team predicted. And then all of a sudden that stopped. And the Raiders moved up. So even the sports books don't know what the hell's going on with this at all. All right? I've got another video coming on this. It is very interesting, and it is something I've often wondered, and I knew there was rules against it, but could anybody actually try to press it? And I will have that video coming up. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.